In a remarkable display of tactical prowess, the 1st Assault Battalion of the 92nd Separate Assault Brigade has achieved a decisive victory. The battalion executed a precision strike that resulted in the complete destruction of a hideout used by Russian forces. This operation highlights the Ukrainian military's ongoing commitment to defending its territory and repelling enemy advances. The successful mission demonstrates the effectiveness and precision of the 92nd SAB in critical combat scenarios. In a separate development, a newly released video captures a HIMARS missile strike on a military training ground in the occupied Zaporizhia region. The footage, filmed yesterday, shows cluster munitions targeting a concentration of Russian military equipment and personnel. The strike inflicted significant damage, marking a strategic move in Ukraine's efforts to diminish the occupiers' control over the region. While the use of cluster munitions remains controversial, Ukrainian forces defend it as a necessary tactic in the ongoing conflict. Further south, the Kursk region has seen a notable breakthrough with the capture of at least 20 Russian fighters. Newly surfaced footage from the area shows the prisoners being detained near Sudzha with their hands tied and blindfolded. This development represents a significant gain for Ukrainian forces and underscores the shifting dynamics on the battlefield. The conflict in Ukraine continues to escalate as Russian forces intensify their attacks across multiple fronts. According to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, there were 114 recorded combat clashes over the past 24 hours, with the most active fighting concentrated in the Pokrovsky direction. Russian forces have launched a substantial barrage against Ukrainian positions, including 1 missile strike, 73 airstrikes with 106 guided bombs, and 4,928 artillery attacks, of which 153 were from rocket salvo systems. Despite these assaults, Ukrainian troops have inflicted heavy losses on the enemy, neutralizing over 1,220 Russian soldiers and destroying 6 tanks, 13 armored combat vehicles, 58 artillery systems, 1 helicopter, 27 UAVs, 71 vehicles, and 11 pieces of special equipment. Over the past week, Ukrainian defense forces have achieved significant victories, eliminating 8,010 Russian troops and nearly 1,500 pieces of enemy equipment, including an aircraft, 2 helicopters, and more than 300 drones. This period also saw the destruction of 36 enemy tanks, 108 armored vehicles, 387 artillery systems, and other military assets, according to Lieutenant General Oleksandr Pavlyuk, commander of the land forces. In the Kursk region, Russian military correspondents and Z channels report an attempted border breach by Ukrainian forces. Alleged incursions into the Belovsky district and the village of Belaya have created a state of panic among local residents, leading to evacuation orders from regional officials. While some reports suggest that Ukrainian forces are active in the Sudzha district, the accuracy of these claims remains unconfirmed. Russian war correspondent Yuri Podolyaka has indicated that Ukrainian forces may be preparing a deeper encirclement in the Sudzha area, with potential impacts on the region's control. Podolyaka also noted that there have been sightings of Ukrainian troops in Makhnovka and Hry, suggesting a strategic movement by Ukrainian forces. In addition, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko has accused Ukraine of airspace violations and responded by deploying tanks to the border regions of Gomel and Mozyr. This move is described as a precautionary measure against potential provocations. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky convened a meeting of the staff of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, where he received updates on the ongoing Ukrainian military offensive in Russia's Kursk Oblast. The information was confirmed in a video released by Ukrainian officials showing progress on the ground. Oleksandr Syrsky, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, reported during the meeting that Ukrainian forces have successfully conducted an offensive operation in Kursk Oblast. As of now, about 1,000 square meters of Russian territory has been taken under control. The situation is under our control, Syrskyi stated. Russian authorities acknowledge the loss of control over 28 settlements in the Kursk region, though independent reports suggest the number may be significantly higher. Deep State, a source known for its interactive combat map, estimated that Ukrainian forces have liberated approximately 44 settlements. The group also noted that the status of 10 additional settlements remains unclear, describing their estimate as extremely conservative. Deep State also mentioned that the true number of settlements lost by Russia might be difficult to determine, as Ukrainian troops have been documented near certain areas without establishing full control. In a notable development, Ukrainian forces released a video showing their presence in the Russian village of Darino, located just 4 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. The video, released on August 12, depicts Ukrainian soldiers removing a Russian flag from a building in the village. The exact date of the video recording remains unknown,